Hello and welcome back to another Tesla vlog with me, Adam Well-Informed. As you will have seen from the video title, this is my ultimate guide to buying a Tesla Model 3 or Model Y. I think this is a crucial time to relay this video guide to you because if you've been living under a rock for the past week or so, Tesla has sliced the prices of its Tesla Model 3, the Model Y and the S and X across the globe. And this price cutting action has whet the appetite of many potential buyers. And so buyers that were previously priced out are now incorporating that Tesla back as a contender for their money. Even those car buyers looking at petrol alternatives like the Mercedes C-Class may be lured in by the purchase price of the Tesla Model 3 for the very first time. And that's because you can now buy a Tesla Model 3 brand new for cheaper than a Mercedes C-Class. And to me, that is just fascinating to see that we're now starting to see some cost parity with its petrol and diesel alternatives. So not only do we have a vehicle that is now cheaper to run, it's now just as cheap to buy as some of its traditional rivals. Therefore, this price-cutting action has undoubtedly raised the interest and the eyebrows of many, and these Google Trend screenshots seem to back my point here, and such interest is likely to lead to increased demand, and that could increase waiting times for new buyers like yourself once again. But before you get over-eager and hit that buy button, I have a few tricks that you can utilize from the quickest way to go from buying to driving your Tesla, to helping you decide which trim is more suited, to knowing where to find an even cheaper Tesla package. Effectively, I want you to get the best possible experience out of your Tesla purchase from the get-go. And I've simplified and squeezed all this info into this small, digestible video. So if this video sounds like a fascinating insight, as always, buckle up, please do hit that like button to show me some of your virtual love and support for Tesla and EVs. Hit the subscribe button so you can continue on this Tesla EV journey with me. And finally, hit the notification bell so you're notified of all my upcoming electric car videos as soon as they're available. Right folks, let's get into the mix of it. Don't forget to also use the timestamp slider on the bottom of the video to navigate between different tips. So my first tip or trick, if you've just started to consider purchasing a Tesla for the first time, I want to touch on affordability and the part it plays in which variant you can purchase. I think it's only natural to gravitate towards the more feature-packed Model 3 long range, flexing its WLTP range of 374 miles. All three variants on offer for the Model 3 and the Model Y do have their own unique additions over each other and over the base rear-wheel drive models. The rear-wheel drive Tesla Model 3 and Model Y may be the most affordable Teslas to buy, but with a smaller battery and the lowest range, does that mean you shouldn't consider it at all? As an owner of a Model 3 SR Plus, which is the rear-wheel drive Model 3 that you can buy today, rest assured, if you're an everyday driver doing up to 10,000 miles a year like me, this will still give you the Tesla experience that you anticipate. Whilst it does have the lowest range, the battery is designed to see minimal degradation, and using the full 100% of the battery daily is actually recommended in these new rear-wheel drive models. So when it comes to longevity, these lower range Teslas should hold up just fine even over the years to come. Naturally, if you are more adventurous and you frequently drive on trips maybe 300 to 400 miles long, then the long range Model 3 would then come into play with its bigger range and faster charging speeds. My main point here is simply don't just skip the lowest range Tesla because of the battery. It can hold up on its own and you do still get that Tesla experience that you crave. If you are still undecided which Tesla model is going to be suited to you, you should really see my full video dedicated to this entire topic. Honestly, this is my favourite video that I ever created, as I will help you bring the comparison to life for your own unique circumstances, primarily by simulating long road trips, but also break down the additional features to help you truly determine which Model 3 would be of greater value to you. The same methods can be applied to the new rear-wheel drive Model Y and the Model Y long range. Point number 2 is a must-know for any future Tesla owner, and that is knowing the quickest way from pushing the buy button to pushing the throttle of your Tesla. So how do you speed up the delivery of your Tesla? You simply order via the inventory tab and not via the custom order tab. These are brand new Teslas either in transit or already sitting in the forecourt ready for collection. So whilst you don't have the ability to incorporate optional extras, you gain the ability of a super quick turnaround. On occasion, you may actually find your dream spec on there. The only problem you may have is that with increased interest, thanks to the price cuts, the chances of finding and securing your dream Tesla Model 3 may be even harder. Therefore, my advice would be, if you are serious about owning a Tesla, don't dither, just secure the vehicle before someone else does. Point number 3 builds on my previous point. You can actually use the inventory to also find the cheapest Teslas on offer. And what I mean by this is that despite these price cuts, I said it before and I'll say it again, the best value Teslas are the ones on the used section of the inventory tab. For example, here in the UK, I can buy a Tesla with just 5,000 miles on the clock, just over a year old for only £37,700 and get enhanced autopilots plus a bonus additional year of used car warranty from Tesla Direct. This is over £5,000 cheaper than a brand new rear-wheel drive Model 3, and that doesn't include the £3,400 enhanced autopilot, which will then make it around £8,400 cheaper. Yes, there is some minor differences in specs. For example, this gets around 30 miles less range, but it also has the older and quicker motor, which achieves 0 to 60 in 0.5 seconds quicker. Therefore, if the new price cuts are still too high for your budget, or even if you're just seeking value for money now, this is the time to look at used Teslas direct and via that inventory tab. Point number 4 is actually a hard dose of reality. If you are fully committed to buying a Tesla, but you're holding off from buying a Tesla Model 3 or Model Y off the back of a rumoured feature or a total refresh, you may live to regret it because there's literally never a best time to buy. Speculations are speculations until confirmed. Tesla as an automaker are unconventional with its model changes because there is a consistent change and there will be hardware updates almost every 3 months. Take the well publicised removal of the ultrasonic parking sensors of the new 2023 Model 3 and Model Ys. You can either gain features at no extra cost or lose features at no extra cost. That said, the parking assist feature is expected to return just by using the cameras, but reinstated via a software update shortly. Therefore, there are advantages and disadvantages to these persistent model changes, but generally it's primarily for a constant evolution of the product to be the best it can be, whereas conventionally automakers just do one big sweep of changes after a 3-year period. Ultimately, this may work in your favour, just like the additional of the heated steering wheels, or it may work against you, like losing your passenger lumbar support. The moral of the story is that there is never a right time to buy. There is always an evolution of the product over just a few months' time, but you will have the benefits of software updates that will add new features over time, so not all is lost. By delaying a purchase, you could just end up being the back of the order list and then maybe a different price point too. You just never know. My next tip or trick for you is to get a good idea of what you want for your home charging setup. With the car, you may or may not get the universal mobile charger. It truly depends on where you live, so it's probably something you should question with Tesla ahead of your delivery. But if you have the UMC, this should let you charge via your home socket wherever you live. In fact, this is your gateway to being able to charge anywhere. It's like a get out of jail card in some ways. Here in the UK, you can get 2.4 kilowatt hours of charge every hour, or in real world driving terms, that translates into around 10 to 14 miles worth of range every hour, just from the standard home socket here in the UK. I personally started with the UMC before having my own 7 kilowatt dedicated charger installed. Nowadays, the UMC is a handy backup solution, and if you don't get one with your Tesla, personally, if you can stretch yourself into buying one separately from Tesla, I would absolutely get one at some point for peace of mind, simply because plugs are everywhere. My final point on home charging is if you purchase a 7 kilowatt charger like me, it may also be beneficial to utilize a dedicated EV tariff to help minimize your charging costs. I literally did a video on this last week and I'll pop it on the screen for you now, but it will go through my tariff of choice in 2023 for those in the UK. For those worldwide, you should be able to find a similar EV tariff wherever you live, and that will just allow for cheaper charging during non-peak times. The next tip or trick saved me hundreds of pounds. I was super calculated with my actions when I did this, and it paid off. That is unique insurance planning. In the UK, you should know when it comes to your collection, Tesla may not give you the number plate for your vehicle until just before collection. Therefore, in order to lock in a tasty quotation, I did multiple insurance quotations without the number plate. I just entered the vehicle make and model manually on the comparison websites, and when it came to the collection, I just added the number plate to the quotation after accepting the policy over the phone. The insurer will need it on the file in order to put the policy in the first place, so they will ask you. Therefore, as long as you've selected the right vehicle details for the quotation and you have these quotations spanned over a number of possible vehicle collection dates in line with your estimate, this will really help lock in your best quote, in particular with the 21-day rule ahead of your delivery. By doing a few quotes a day, commencing on different days, I always had a 21-day-ish quote around the eventual delivery day. Bit of commitment, but worth the saving. If you want some ideas around Tesla insurance in the UK, you can watch my most recent insurance renewal video on the screen now. I pretty much halved my premium that time round, so hopefully it gives you some inspiration. When it comes to phone apps, apart from the official Tesla app, before you pick up your car or to help satisfy your anticipated range anxiety, start by downloading these two must-have apps. The first being ZapMap, which to me is like a Google of dedicated EV chargers, so you can find a free or a paid charging station wherever they're slow or fast chargers. That's just going to be handy for anyone without home charging or visiting a new area for a period of time, so ideal for those staycations, for example. The second app I think you will all want is a better route planner, and if you've seen my rear-wheel drive versus long range video or my most recent road trip to Whitby, you will see my own demonstration of this app and how valuable it is to have downloaded on your phone. I can simulate a road trip in seconds, even with waypoints. Funny story about this, I was once told that I needed military experience to plan EV road trips. And yeah, spoiler alert, the most military-like experience that I have is from playing Call of Duty. But on a serious note, I'm not paid or anything to promote these apps. This is a personal recommendation, and if you watch my road trip video I mentioned earlier, you will see that I generally use these apps. Oh, and they're free to use, which is also a bonus, I guess. Therefore, these apps are crucial to helping you overcome any initial fears you have around range or charging anxiety. They're designed to really take the stress out of the situation until you have full confidence in relying on the built-in Tesla predictions via the sat-nav. No military planning is required. Tip number, well, I actually don't know what number it is now, but to help alleviate the time lag to collection, you may want to purchase some accessories. This just makes it more of a reality until the car is in your possession. If you're interested in what accessories that I have and I own for my Tesla Model 3, I have a kit list in the video description that lists almost everything that I own together with some affiliated Amazon links. Take a look and get some inspiration for what you might like. Personal favourite of mine is these black wheel covers, as it gives my Tesla some individuality. That, and it offers some curb rash protection, and I really just wish the wheel covers were around when I first acquired my Tesla, just to protect the rims from day one. So the final tip before concluding the video is the night before collection, get hold of a Model 3 or Model Y collection list from the internet. Apart from appreciating the looks of your new car, this will help keep you on track with reviewing all the parts of the vehicle, including items you may have or have not considered checking, such as checking if FSD has been activated when it was included in your order. These checklists will literally help you identify and highlight potential issues before leaving the forecourt, potentially saving your future self some stress. After the boring tick box exercise is done, don't forget to just enjoy the moment too. It's not just about checking for panel gaps and faulty workmanship, it's also about just appreciating your first Tesla, even your first electric vehicle. Chances are that you have made your first transition away from a petrol or diesel car, and that's quite monumental in a way. So to conclude, I hope this video guide will help you get the most out of your Tesla Model 3 or Model Y purchase. If any existing owners have any other tips, I'd appreciate if you could let everybody else know via the comment section below. If this video was helpful, let me know in the comment section below. If you're not sure what to comment and you got this far in the video, you can simply comment, haha, yes, like the Tesla Hedgehog, and I'll give you a cheeky thumbs up for doing so. I just thought it was extremely fitting to use this phrase. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share the video with your friends and family or any group that may find it beneficial. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week for the next video. Ciao.